And hello everyone and welcome into Bill McNeese Gymnasium here at Shenango High School for today's 2A conference matchup between the Southside Rams and the Shenango Wildcats. My name is Josh Turner and I'm on the call tonight alongside my two great producers, Angela Parada, the third and fourth. And for tonight, the Wildcats come into this play with 1-1 in conference play. Southside, same record. Both teams trying to get a leg up on the WPIAL 2A Conference 1. However, we got a little special production here for you tonight as we're going to have double action here between the Newcastle and Central Catholic game as well. So stay tuned in. You're not going to want to miss any of this great action we have here for you tonight. We're going to head to a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we'll have both games live here for you.
I didn't know if you wanted to go to the live feed.
That's my... Welcome back. We will have starting lineups right here for you in a couple minutes. As you can see in the top right corner, we got starting lineups in Central Catholic as the Central Catholic Vikings are being announced alongside over here in Shenango. And we are ready for action here at Shenango. So starting for Southside, Trent Guerreri, Reese Dillum, Brody Almash, Carter Wilson, and Andrew Corfield. And for the Wildcats, we got Brody McQuiston, Jimmy Rowe, Jason Meller, Sam Myers, and Joe Campoli for the Wildcats. And we have action ready right here for you in Shenango as here's a tip. And Wildcats control it. Get you the other side of the court here real quick. Southside coming out in a quick zone to start the game. Rowe working it up top with George. Pass back out to George. George has the jumper. No good. Rebound by Southside, and they're going the other way. There's a layup there. No good. Boarded by the Wildcats. Shenango trying to break through this zone. McQuiston has it. His floater's good. McQuiston nails the two-pointer, and Shenango going with a little pressure. George and Rowe on the trap, but Southside breaks it easily. They're going the other way. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Shenango. They're coming the other way. Jimmy Rowe from downtown, and he nails that one. Jimmy Rowe from deep. Gives the Wildcats a 5-0 lead here in the early going. Shenango staying in their press look. George couldn't get to that one. Southside quickly beats the trap. Looking inside. Has the look. No good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. And the Wildcats quickly going the other way. George inside. Rowe has it. And that one somehow stayed inbounds. Jimmy Rowe from deep. That one was no good for Rowe. Rebounded by Southside. Almasy has it. Three-pointer. That one no good from Guerreri. Rebounded by Southside. That's Reese Dillon with the board. And he's going to give it back out to Brody. And Southside going to set up again. Almasy tries to get inside. Got a foul call there, and that's a charge. Charge taken there by Braden George. Nice play by him. And Shenango going to have the ball underneath. Southside also showing a little pressure here. McQuiston has it. Nice catch. And they can't get that one. Floater up, no good. Rebound underneath. That's going to go for Southside. That is Andrew Corfield getting Southside on the board. And Southside, Shenango having trouble with this Southside press. McQuiston on the ground, has to save it. And we got a timeout called. Wildcats have to take an early timeout. We're going to give you an early quick look here in Central Catholic. Take a look at how Newcastle's looking.
Yeah, Newcastle unpacked. Like I said, they travel well.
Able to break that press, going in, trying to fire it down.
Steal.
Nice steal. That was the speedy. On the steal was Xavier Thomas. Nice move to get that ball up court, keeps it close. And the hustle again, you see it from Xavier.
Yeah.
At Bill McNeese Gymnasium here. After you got a quick look at the Canes, currently down 8-6 to Central Catholic. And we're going to flip sides of the court and take a look at the Shenango offense. Jimmy Rowe lets another one fly, and that's automatic. Jimmy Rowe, 6 points in the early going. First 3 minutes for him, 2 threes, and Shenango has an early 8-2 lead. Southside working it around. There's a 3 ball. That's not going to drop for Southside. Rebound caught by Southside, and that's going to go up and in. That's Reese Delhomme with the 2. He gets on the board for Southside. Shenango having trouble with this Southside press. And there's another layup that won't go. Rebounded by the Rams, and that's going to go up and in. Corfield gets on the board again. And we got a foul there on the catch. Couldn't get who the foul was on there for Southside. Looks like that's going to go on Carter Wilson. That's going to be his first. No press here from Southside, showing a little bit of the press look at the end. McQuiston going to bring it up the floor. McQuiston breaks free, give and go. That one is not going to go. Rebounded by the Rams. Southside quickly going the other way. There is going to be a foul there as Brody Allman was fouled there, going up for 2. Shenango couldn't get defense back there. Looks like that foul is going to go on Rowe. Omashi, excuse me. 9-8 in Central Catholic as Newcastle looks to take home their first win in 6A. And Brody Almashi sinks the first. So 8-7 game here. Almashi with this one. Gonna make it a tie, and Almashi sinks it. So Almashi gets on the board here for Southside. Shenango having trouble beating this press. Can't pull it. Good pass from him. He finds Rowe, and Shenango's offense is going to get set up going the other way. George has it in the corner. George finds Campoli. Campoli, nice move. They're going to work it to Rowe in the corner. Feed the hot hand. That one's tipped on the way up, and that one's going to go the other way. Southside bringing it up the floor. That's Carter Wilson. Wilson looking to go inside, won't get it. Rebound, and that's a block. Good block from the Wildcats. We're going the other way. Jimmy Rowe has the look from 3. Can't cash in. Rebound. Good play by Brody McQuiston. He throws it off. And McQuiston makes the smart play on the rebound. Knew he couldn't come down with both feet. Throws it out of bounds off the south side player. And Shenango retains possession underneath. Campoli on the inbound. That's tipped, and that's going to go Southside's way. That's Andrew Corfield. Corfield looking inside. He goes with the left end. That's good. Andrew Corfield has 6 in the early going for Southside. Shenango gets that one through quick. Rowe finds Campoli. Campoli can't get the left-handed finish to go. Rebound Wildcats. And that one's sent into the Southside bench there from Jason Myler. And it's going to be Southside ball on their own side. Guerrero to inbound here for Southside. Southside has a look. Corfield has it going up the floor. And Guerrero looking underneath. McQuiston with good hands gets the steal. McQuiston has Rowe on his left. He's going to give it to him. And Jimmy Rowe gets the layup to go up and in. Jimmy Rowe with his 8th point. And just we're halfway through the first quarter, and Jimmy Rowe making big plays early. Pass for Corfield a little bit too long. And we're going to go the other way. 12-8 Newcastle in the early going as well. On the other side, you're going to see that in the top left-hand corner of the stream. McQuiston has it. Trying to quickly break the press. Good pass from McQuiston. McQuiston has Rowe in the corner. Ends up finding Campoli. Campoli spins with the left. Nice move by Campoli, and he's going to be fouled, go to the line. Subs coming in here for Southside. It's going to be number 14, R.J. Fisher, ready to check into the game. Both these teams coming out early and often scoring-wise, as Andrew Corfield has 6. Jimmy Rowe has 8 for the Wildcats. And Fisher is going to check in for Reese Delhomme. Campoli couldn't get the first to go. His second is going to go.
Into the south side lineup, number 14, R.J. Fisher.
Inbound pass wouldn't get to Corfield. Good play from Campoli there, and he knocks it out of bounds. Southside retains possession. Both teams pressing in the early going. High tempo offense. Oh, that is going to be Shenango ball, excuse me. And then we got a kick. Campoli on the inbound. Looks like it got kicked there a little bit. And his pass for Maller's just a little too high. McQuiston gets the steal underneath. We're going the other way. McQuiston up to George. George couldn't get through the hands of the Southside defender, but it finds its way to Campoli. Campoli couldn't finish. Guerrero almost had the steal, but ended up with Campoli getting a layup underneath, and he just couldn't capitalize on that one. Almashi. He looks from deep, and he nails from deep. Brody Almashi from the Hugger Mugger parking lot sends that one in. And we got a foul. Shenango trying to break the press here. That's going to be on Carter Wilson. That's going to be his second. Something to keep an eye on here for him. We got subs coming in for both squads. Dellum checking back in. Meyer checking in for Shenango as George headed to the bench. Meller has it in the corner. Meller, excuse me, he has it in the corner. Campoli playing catch with Rowe. Rowe lines up a three. Jimmy Rowe from deep. He has 11 of Shenango's first 14 points. 3 threes and a layup for Jimmy Rowe, and he can't be stopped in this first quarter. Pass underneath for Fisher, and that's going to be blocked. Southside going to get it back. There's a 3-ball. Can't match it. Shenango going the other way. Campoli looking underneath. He's going. We're going to blocking foul underneath as Tino Campoli, or excuse me, Joe Campoli attacks with his left and gets to the basket. And they are shooting 2 now. Southside is at the 5-foul limit. 12-10 score over in Central Catholic. Kane's still leading. And there's an and 1 for Central. Campoli's first. That's going to sink. Campoli aggressive with his left in the lane. That's his strong hand. And he got there quickly, drew the blocking foul. And he's being rewarded. His second is going to go as well. So Joe Campoli nails them both. 15-14 Shenango lead. 1:40 left to play in the first quarter. Southside going to bring it up the other way. That's Almashi. Fisher looking to cut. Almashi gives it up. Guerreri in the corner. He tries to find Almashi, and that's going to go off of Southside. Excuse me. Almashi may have gotten that. 15-10 over in Central. Kane's currently losing. That's going to go Southside's way, as good trap there from Andrew Corfield. And he forces the steal. Southside gets possession underneath. Fisher has it top key. Fisher looks for Almashi. Almashi driving on McQuiston. We got no shot. Foul underneath. I think Shenango's also, excuse me, Shenango, that's just Shenango's second foul. They have 4 timeouts left. Almashi finds Delome. Delome back to Almashi. Almashi trying to get the offense set up. Fisher in the corner. And Almashi's going to dribble this one out. Brady Almashi, top key. Jumper, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. That's Jason Meller with the rebound. McQuiston back to Rowe. Rowe not going to let that one fly. They have McQuiston at the free throw line. Campoli 3, bang! Joe Campoli continues Shenango's hot shooting streak, and he nails a 3. Joe Campoli also providing a big spark for the Shenango offense. RJ Fisher looking underneath, going. That's going to be airballed by Corfield. And McQuiston with 20 seconds left. Shenango's got to be thinking last shot. Southside in the 3-2 defense still. Shenango just going to work it around. And here's where they're probably going to go. Good steal there by Guerreri. He pokes it away from McQuiston. McQuiston has the pull-up. That one's not going to go. Rebounded by Fisher. Southside, 1 second left. Guerreri got it off. And that one is going to be sailed out of bounds. So we got an early score of Shenango 19, Southside 13. We're going to give you a look over in Oakland as the Canes.
Absolutely. 2, no. Outside. 15. Brown.
Beautiful shot. Oh,
can't get the ball.
Nope.
Home run pass. What's he going to do? I thought maybe he would try to dunk it. Vernon's not having that today on his court.
Vernon's going to make him earn it at the line.
Get it all chest out there, and that's 10 seconds left. A lot of action in that last 35 seconds.
Yeah.
No good on that first one.
There we go.
Second one in and out. Peter Gonzalez there for the rebound. 9 seconds left to go.
Great
What can
rebound.
they do with this? They get it across the floor. They will get a shot off. Long three-pointer. Wow. Maybe a bit too long. And that is how this quarter will end. It's 2013 on Chuck Crummey Court on 5th Avenue in Oakland. We are at Central Catholic. We'll be back for
So the end of first quarter over in Oakland as Newcastle currently trails 22-13 to Central Catholic. You're going to see that in the top left-hand corner of your screen as well. Of course, little double action here on Tuesday night. A lot of great games around the WPIL, specifically in Lawrence County. And Almashi trying to get this one started early for Southside. That one's going to be a quick rebound by McQuiston. McQuiston's going to take it all the way, and he uses his size to his advantage. And we got a blocking foul underneath. Brody McQuiston, strong take inside, and he's going to get a foul. That's going to be on Delome. That's going to be his second. And coast to coast went McQuiston, and he cashed in. Can also cash in here an extra point at the free throw line. McQuiston's free throw is good. So Southside, no pressure here from Shenango. And Almashi's going to bring it up the floor. Almashi with McQuiston on him. That's a big size advantage for Shenango. And as Courtfield drives inside, going to get fouled underneath. Courtfield going to go to the line and shoot two. Oh, Courtfield going on the line. His first is good. Of course, Courtfield, that's going to be his 7th point, leading scorer currently for Southside. And as you can see over in Central Catholic, that game coming out of the first quarter break, and McQuiston corrals the Courtfield miss. McQuiston in trouble, breaks the double team. And Campoli working the ball around. Rowe has it on the right wing. Campoli finds Rowe on the skip pass. Shenango works it inside as Campoli couldn't handle Meller's pass, and that's going to go out of bounds. Southside ball. Southside coming the other way. Almashi floater, no good. Rebound McQuiston. McQuiston propelling the Shenango offense. He finds Rowe in the corner. Rowe can't get that one to go. And a good rebound underneath by Delome. Courtfield looking for Almashi. Almashi throws up a floater, and that one's not going to go. Rebounded. Courtfield ends up with it, but McQuiston takes it away. McQuiston has Rowe, feeds it back to him, and don't want to let that guy get in the post. Brody McQuiston on the entry pass from Rowe. He's going to go to the line and shoot two. Got subs ready to come in for both sides. For Shenango, looks like that's Jackson Proctor. And McQuiston sinks the first. And for Southside, that's Pavlovich checking in. McQuiston sinks the first. Newcastle cuts the Central lead to 6. In the top right-hand corner of your screen. And Pavlovich checking in for Southside, as we said earlier. So Almashi has it. Going to bring it down for Southside. There's Fisher. Has it on the wing. Fisher picks up his dribble and finds Almashi. McQuiston on Almashi is going to be a matchup here to watch out for. Offensively for Southside, Almashi with the pull-up jumper. Can't get the roll there. McQuiston crashing the glass with a couple of the Southside guys. That's going to go the way of Southside. The rebounding battle so far has been an interesting one from both sides. As Brody McQuiston guarding Almashi takes him away underneath, Shenango's biggest guy. And Southside has taken advantage of that so far in the early going. Corfield has it in the corner. He finds Reese Delhomme. Delhomme with the handoff to Almashi. Almashi floater, no good. Good rebound by the Wildcats, ends up in the hands of Rowe. Campoli with guys trailing him. He gets it off, and McQuiston has it on the left wing. Rowe works it to Campoli. Campoli eyes up a three. That one rattles in and out. Good rebound by the Wildcats, and that's a good up and in. Sam Myers with the up and in. We got a timeout south side. So Sam Myers finds a soft spot in the zone defense. 22-16 lead in Central. 26-14 lead for Shenango. We're going to head to a quick timeout break. We'll be right back.
Full timeout south side.
Of course, we want to thank all our great sponsors for keeping NCTV45 on the air. Of course, check out all those great restaurants and many other great local businesses that are in and around Newcastle. And getting things started early here. Almashi, quick, up and in the floater. And Shenango working the other side quickly. Sam Myers, excuse me, works it in the corner. Campoli gets that taken away from him. Almashi tries to get the layup to go. He won't, but he's going to go to the line and shoot two. So 26-16 Wildcats lead. Hot shooting of Shenango has made a big play in this game so far. Jimmy Rowe specifically with 3 threes. He has 11 in the early going. Almashi sinks the first. That's his 8th point of the night. And as you can see in the top left-hand corner, Newcastle currently down 25-18 to Central Catholic. Almashi's second. That's going to be no good. That's a good board, though, by Southside. That's Carter Wilson working underneath. And Corfield couldn't get the floater to go. Good rebound by Sam Myers, who's given a big boost for Shenango off the bench so far. McQuiston has it. He's going to drive inside. He's going to try and find his teammate underneath Proctor, but won't get to him. That's going to be Southside ball. So these two offenses have been high-flying so far. High-scoring affair. Shenango putting up 19 in the first quarter. Southside also 13. High-scoring game on our hands so far here at Bill McNeese Gymnasium at Shenango High School. And Southside turns it over underneath Corfield. Got it stripped away from him. Canes cut the lead to 4 with 4:30 left to play in the second quarter. 25-21 over there in Central. Campoli has Myers. Myers waits to go for the layup, and he cashes in. Sam Myers cashes in for 2. He did a good job there, knowing where to be in the press breaker for Shenango. And there's another big block there. Looked like Sam Myers got his hands on that Reese Delhomme reverse layup. And Southside's going to retain possession underneath. Sam Myers provided a big spark for the Wildcats off the bench. He's going to check out, but he put in some good minutes for the Wildcats there. Corfield. And Almashi has it on the left wing. Almashi a threat to shoot it from anywhere. Almashi. No good. That's a foul underneath. That's going to be on Campoli, and Corfield going to get up slowly there. As Looked like Campoli cut underneath Corfield there. Corfield's okay. Of course, he's their second leading scorer right now. And there's a three-pointer. That's going to be no good from Carter Wilson. Scrappy play underneath. And that's going to end up with Jimmy Rowe and Corfield on the floor. That's going to go the Wildcats' way. The rebounding battle has been a good one so far underneath for both teams. And Southside doing a good job keeping their hands active on the offensive glass. That's really what's helped keep them in this game so far and kept the lead just at 11 for Shenango. Campoli finds McQuiston. He looks to attack. Finds Proctor. Proctor back to McQuiston. Campoli swings it to Rowe with the left. Rowe can't hit. Rebound McQuiston underneath. McQuiston looks to go in the post, and that's where he's most dangerous. Brody McQuiston, the little spin. And he cashes in on the up and in. Corfield going to bring it up the floor for Southside. Oh. Corfield couldn't find Wilson underneath. We're going to have subs checking in for Southside. That's Pavlovich checking in. So 30-17 Shenango lead. 3:02 left to play here in the second quarter. Southside not showing as much pressure as they did. Shenango still having a little trouble getting this ball over. Here comes the double team on McQuiston. He couldn't get it in. Pavlovich with the steal. He gets it knocked away from him. And Shenango going to get possession going the other way. McQuiston has a head of steam. Pavlovich looked like Pavlovich got McQuiston on the bump before, but they're not going to call that. They're going to call the block. And Shenango's going to retain possession underneath. Fisher checking back in for Southside. Looks like Guerreri coming to the bench, lipping a little bit. Jersey theme in the Shenango student section tonight, and they've gotten to see a good show so far. Rowe plays catch with Mellor. Rowe. Campoli in the corner, and he finds Proctor underneath. Proctor up and in. 2 for the Wildcats. 32-17 Wildcats lead. Almashi, and he cashes in from deep. That one was from Pizza Joe's. And Almashi puts another 3 on the board for him. He's Southside's leading scorer with 11. McQuiston to Campoli. Rowe eyes up a 3, not going to let it fly. Works it back to Campoli. Cross-court pass. Rowe on the right-hand wing. That's going to go inside to Proctor. Proctor up and in. He can't cash in. Rebound by Southside. And they're going to go the other way. Almashi finds Corfield in the corner. That one. Corfield looks like someone got him on the wrist there, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 3. Couldn't tell who that foul was on for Shenango. That may have been on. Yes, that actually was on Mellor. That's going to be his second. And we got a 1-point lead over there in Central Newcastle. Trail Central by 1. Corfield can get the first to cash in. Kane's not on 4, as you can see in the top left-hand side of your screen. We got a 12-point Shenango lead over here in Shenango High School. And looks like Myers is going to check in for Mellor. And Corfield's last of his 3 free throws. That one's going to go. So Corfield cashes in on 2 of his 3. And Southside cuts the Shenango lead to 10. Little 5-0 run here for Southside. Something to keep an eye on. And Proctor couldn't get that past to McQuiston. Good hands by Almashi. And Proctor headed to the bench. George checking back in. Shenango with the side inbound to Rowe. Jimmy Rowe finds McQuiston inside. McQuiston out to Myers. Myers finds George underneath. George looking to attack. George gets the foul call. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2. So George got him on the pump fake, worked his way inside. And he's rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Newcastle tied it up with 56 seconds left in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And looks like JT Warren's going to go to the line with a chance to take the lead. So the Canes keeping it interesting in Oakland. And first for George is no good. Of course, minute 14 left to play here in Shenango, 32-22. Wildcats lead. The hot shooting of the Wildcats played a big part. Campoli and Rowe mainly leading the charge from beyond the stripe. Brody Almashi leading the charge here for Southside. There's a little jumper there from the Rams. That's going to be no good, and that's a good rebound by George. He's going to lead the charge the other way. He has Campoli on his left going his strong side, and an acrobatic layup from Joe Campoli. Boy, a nifty move there. And Shenango's going to get the steal on the other end, and we're going to have a jump ball. Oh, little after the play, pushing and shoving from Southside and Shenango. That's George, and that's Pavlovich for Southside. We're gonna get a foul call on Pavlovich there. And George gonna get another trip to the free throw line.
George.
As you can see in the top right-hand corner of your screen, Canes down one. George can't sink the first. George's second. And we are, George sinks his second. We're going to have a sub checking into the game. That's Meller for George. And so we are at halftime in Oakland Central Catholic as Newcastle down one at half. Good second quarter from the Canes, keeping them in that one. Almashi over to Corfield. Corfield dribbles out of trouble. He finds it to Pavlovich. Pavlovich. And that's going to be a three from Corfield. That didn't hit anything. And McQuiston's going to have it with 24 seconds left. In the second quarter, 35-22 Wildcats lead. Over to Meller. Meller plays catch with Rowe. And Shenango's going to hold the last shot here. Work to McQuiston in the corner. They trap Brody McQuiston. He just has to throw it out of bounds. And Shenango's going to get a fresh inbounds underneath. Campoli, the inbounder. He finds Rowe on the left wing. Rowe, good contest from Almashi, but the rebound works its way to McQuiston. McQuiston cashes in 4-2, and the Wildcats hold a 15-point lead going into the break. So, Shenango 37, Southside 22. We'll be right back with some second half action here at Bill McNeese Gymnasium at Shenango High School. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
first two of this quarter, 30-27. But yeah, Blundo is a good player, and he is not the guy that you would assume can make that surge. He is of average size, but his speed and basketball IQ is through the roof. There's a runner there for him, and it's going to count.
Yeah,
30-29.
He's not scared to charge the lane.
No, he's a heck of a basketball player. But we still got some guys on this team that can play, and they are moving the ball real well, trying to go down inside. Gompers reverse, puts it in.
That's the one right there is Bradley Gompers with 15 points now for the Vikings, and he has been leading the way down in the paint and at the three-point line.
Newcastle looking to drive, looking for more, gets back to Blundo. He's not going to fear doing that. Stops, pulls up, jumper, and good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great crossover there.
Absolutely.
And welcome back here to Shenango High School. We gave you a quick look inside Central Catholic High School there. It's Newcastle currently down by 1. They're mounting a big comeback over there in Central Catholic. Strong second quarter from the Canes, and that's what propelled them back into that one. So over here in Shenango, 37-22, Wildcats lead. Southside going to have the ball to start the second half. We get the same starting 5 out here for both squads. Shenango going with Rowe, Meller, McQuiston, Campoli, and actually, Sam Myers is starting the second half for Shenango. Provided a good spark off the bench, and he's rewarded with the start in the second half. Same starting 5 for Southside as it's Corfield, Almashi, Guerreri, Wilson, and Delome. McQuiston at the free throw line. No good. Rebound by Myers. Good board by Myers there. They're going to work it back to McQuiston. Back to Meller. And he's going to throw. It's going to end up in the hands of Corfield. Corfield gets the look to Guerreri. Guerreri, the lefty, lets it fly in. That one's good from deep. Good grab there from Jimmy Rowe. And they trap Campoli. They're going to trap Rowe too. And Shenango has to get this one across. They do. Campoli over to McQuiston. McQuiston's floater no good. McQuiston going to get the follow and going to go to the line. So Brody McQuiston going to go to the line and shoot 2 for the Wildcats. That foul is on Delome, his 3rd. Leading the way for Southside so far has been Corfield and Almashi. 20 of their 25 goes to those two. And McQuiston cashes in at the line for both. Central Catholic went on a quick run. They're now up 7. And Southside down 14. Almashi, the floater, good. Brody Almashi, excuse me, has been tough to stop for Shenango all night. And that's a good steal from Guerreri. Guerreri gets it to Almashi. Almashi won't cash in on the 3. Good rebound by Brody McQuiston. He's going to take it quickly the other way. McQuiston, nifty move inside, gets to his left, and finishes with the left. Brody McQuiston in double figures for the Wildcats as well. And he cashes in on the left-handed layup. I think he has 14 for the Wildcats. Corfield drives and loses it, but that's a good steal by Almashi. Almashi going to go with the right. Not going to get the foul call, and he's going to go out of bounds on Myers. Good hustle play getting back by Sam Myers. Just couldn't corral that one. Guerreri has it at the top of the key. He finds Corfield. Corfield not afraid to let it fly, and Corfield cashes in. Southside starting to cash in on some of these 3s. They had the looks in the first half, just didn't really get to cash in on them, and now they're starting to. Meller underneath, and that's going the other way. Great charge taken by Guerreri, and that's an 11-point. This Shenango lead starting to vanish a little quickly here. Meller had the size advantage inside. Good play from Guerrero. He read Meller very well there and took the charge. Almashi. Usually you're seeing McQuiston on him. He's going to go with the pull-up on Campoli. That's going to be no good. That's going to be boarded by Meller, and he's going to toss it away. Guerrero works it to Corfield. Corfield going to let another one fly. He won't get that look to go in the corner. And that's going to be a good rebound for Meller, and he finds Campoli. Campoli working it the other way. Campoli strong with the left, and he can't get the left-handed lay to go. But a good take from Joe Campoli. And that's going to be a foul. And I don't know if that's in the act of shooting, but that's going to go on Myers. And now they're going to call that on the floor. 42-33 Central Catholic lead now, and they're starting to get hot. 44-33 now, as you can see in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Canes trying to mount a comeback now. Almashi gets a look inside. He almost got that one to go. But that's not in the act of shooting either. And that one's going to go on Campoli on the block. That's his second. Corfield in the corner. Works it to Guerrero. Guerrero, had Almashi inside. Couldn't get it to him. We're going to have a Shenango timeout. So good little run from Southside. We're going to go to a quick bonus coverage look here. 41-30. Shenango lead.
Gomper's going to come out and take a rest, which is probably good. He's been in there for quite a bit.
And he is the hot hand so far. Driving down inside, going to get fouled on the way in. Newcastle's going to go to the line. And who else? Wando.
Shenango going to inbound here underneath. McQuiston gets doubled. And Campoli has it inside. That's a good steal from Wilson. Wilson going to go the other way. He's going to go inside, and that's a great block from Campoli. Campoli got all ball there, no body. Great block from Campoli there, and Shenango's going to go the other way. Myers works it inside to McQuiston. McQuiston with the left. That's good. McQuiston's been money inside all night. And when he gets downhill, he's tough to stop. Southside has it the other way. Good move from Guerrero. Rowe tries to get the back tap. Floater won't go. Rebounded by Myers. Rowe works it to Campoli. Campoli surveys. Campoli with a little hezzy. And he throws it off the back of Corfield there. That's going to be out of bounds on Southside. Of course, Campoli also a standout golfer for the Wildcats. And his pass was tipped by Almashi, and it ends up in the hands of Corfield. Corfield, Almashi, and Almashi cashes in on the layup. 43-32, Wildcats lead. Rowe has it, trying to break the press. Campoli over to Myers. Myers going to slow it down. Campoli works it to his left. Can't get that one to go, and that's a good board by Wilson. Almashi has it in transition. Gives it to Corfield. Corfield going to go up, and he's going to get fouled. Go to the line and shoot two. Southside's been good in transition. That's part of the reason they've mounted a pretty good comeback here. They've been cutting the lead. Originally 15 in the end of the first half. Now only down to 11 and a chance to make it 9. Corfield misses the first. Of course, I don't know if you saw over in the further part of your screen there, but Almashi, doesn't come out of the game very often. He gets his water breaks in and out of free throws, so needed one there, and he got a little bit. 3:37 left to play here in the third period. Corfield, 6 a second. 11-point Central lead now. This third quarter winding down in Oakland. Campoli double team. He finds McQuiston. And he quick give and go with him there. Tries to get the Myers inside. That's going to stay Shenango basketball. Campoli to McQuiston. Southside going to go stay in that zone look. George back in the game for Shenango. Good cut from Campoli. Good find. McQuiston to Campoli. And Campoli gets in double digits now with 10. Almashi on Campoli. The pull-up three, no good. Myers skied high for the rebound, but tipped it right to Corfield, who goes up and in for 2. 10-point Shenango lead. Pass low for McQuiston. That's grabbed by Wilson. Wilson pull-up jumper's good. Southside cuts it to 8 now. 2:45 left to play here in the third period. Subs ready to come in for both sides. McQuiston over to Campoli. Campoli finds Myers inside. Won't get that one to go. Good rebound from McQuiston. That one's on the ground. McQuiston in trouble. Tries to go up with it. Does, but can't connect. Southside. Good third period of play for Southside. Delhomme. Open in transition. Can't get the shot. Has Almashi. Almashi's pull-up jumper just rattles in and out. And two teams fight for the rebound. It ends up in the hands of McQuiston. Rowe going to set up the offense. Corfield pokes at it. Can't get it. Has Campoli. Campoli has a look from deep. It hesitates, and that one won't drop. Good rebound from Myers, and he's fouled and going to go to the line and shoot 2. We said the glass was key for both these sides, or both these squads, excuse me. And Sam Myers has done a great job hitting that glass for the Wildcats. It's going to be Almashi's third, something to keep an eye on. His first is no good. And Mello ready to check back in the game for the shooter. RJ Fisher going to come in for Delhomme. For Southside. And his second's no good. That's a good board from Wilson. And Guerreri going to lead the charge for Southside. Guerreri switches to his right, and that seemed to be a foul, and that one is going to be a foul. Looks like Guerreri, you can hear the slap, but no call on that one. And ends up in the hands of Southside. There he's going to shoot 2. And Wilson's first. That's going to be off the back iron, no good. Meller checking back in for Myers. And we got a 46-37 Central Catholic lead going into the fourth period of play in Oakland. Wilson second. That one also going to be off the back iron, no good, but that's going to be boarded by Corfield. Corfield won't get it to go. Wilson rebound. Wilson, that's no good. Guerreri rebound. That's going to lead to an Almashi 3. That's not going to go to a Brody McQuiston rebound. He's going to be fouled underneath. And Southside's head coach not happy with that call. He's going to have a talk with the official there. Campoli inbounding underneath Southside's trap. George gets it to Campoli. Campoli to McQuiston. McQuiston up and in, no good. That's a good board from Wilson again. Wilson. He turns that one over. And that's Jason Malley up and in. Excuse me, I think I've been mispronouncing his name all night. And that's a foul on Jason Malley. I've been calling him Meller all night, so I apologize for the mistake. Looked like an E in the scorebook, but that's Malley. And he actually just committed his 4th foul, so it's like Myers is ready to come back in for him. Almashi in and out. He's had a couple tough breaks on some shots tonight that have just rattled in and out. Almashi second, not gonna go. McQuiston leading the Shenango charge the other way. McQuiston to George. George, Myers. Oh, wait. Campoli skied for that one, and McQuiston couldn't get the little layup to go there. Almashi tries to drive inside. Can't get that look. Guerreri, he's gonna get a look. He is trying to find somebody. He has Fisher. Fisher tries to turn the corner on McQuiston. Fisher is going to get a shot up. It's not going to go. And that's going to be... That's going to be Wildcat basketball. It's outside timeout. So we're going to give you some bonus coverage in Central Catholic. 47-37 Wildcat lead over here.
In and out.
Yeah.
And boy, I will give the credit there to a very loud student section and cheerleaders from Newcastle. They are into it and disruptive, which is what they should do. I'm not dogging that at all. Second one is good for Vernon. 8-point lead.
Yeah, I don't know if the weather kept the Viking student section.
And back here in Shenango, as we're going to have Wildcats ball underneath. 32.7 seconds left here to play in the third quarter. Campoli inbound. Campoli finds George. George back to Campoli. Campoli couldn't turn the corner, but found Rowe. 26 seconds left, and Southside steal. Almashi. Pass hits the side of the rim. Fisher floater's good. Not how Southside wanted to draw that one up, but it leads to 2 points nonetheless. George gets it to Campoli. Campoli to McQuiston. McQuiston attacks inside, and he's going to have an and one. Brody McQuiston gets downhill, and he cashes in, has a chance to add another point to this Shenango lead. And we're going to have a quick sub. Looks like Proctor's going to check in for Myers. Might mean Shenango's going to go with a little pressure here. McQuiston, free throw good. 11-point lead now for the Wildcats. Almashi to inbound. He tosses it, and that's intercepted by Brody McQuiston. Rowe has a chance to get a half quarter up, and that's not going to go. We're going to go to our bonus coverage look. Shenango 50, Southside 39. We'll be right back for fourth quarter action after this little bonus coverage.
Blundo with 27 points.
He's not finished either. Vernon's going to get fouled. He'll go to the line. We've seen frustration on Vernon.
And that's a good call by Coach Urso there for a timeout.
They're going to take a full timeout. Emma will take that with them. We'll be back in a minute.
Ace, a skilled sharpshooter in their respective tradecraft. Do you have what it takes to be an ace?
And welcome back here to Bill McNeese Gymnasium at Shenango High School. Fourth quarter action here upon us. Wildcats hold an 11-point lead here. And As you can see in our bonus coverage, Canes cut the lead to just 1. And they are trying to mount this comeback. It was Central had a lead as high as 11 going into this quarter, and Canes just cut that to just 1. Southside with a pretty good third quarter of play. They won that period by 4, and they're looking to cut into this Wildcat lead here. Almashy can't get the floater to go, but Wilson has it underneath. Wilson won't get the roll, but he'll earn himself a trip to the free throw line. So Carter Wilson going to go to the line, shoot 2. Wilson's first is good. Of course, leading the charge for Southside has without a doubt been Corfield and Almashy. They have 30 of Southside's 40 points so far. And for the Wildcats, it's been Brody McQuiston. A hot first quarter from Jimmy Rowe, but he's really cooled off since then. And Joe Campoli doing a lot of the work as well on the offensive side for the Wildcats. That's a good play from Southside. It's going to lead to an extra possession. That's going to lead to an Almashy 3, and that's going to cut the lead to 7. Brody Almashy with a deep 3 ball there for Southside, and that one's just going to go a little over the head of Jimmy Rowe. And Myers coming in for Proctor. Of course, something to keep an eye on for Shenango. Starter Jason Malley has 4 fouls so far for the Wildcats. And this game's starting to get interesting in Shenango. Don't count Southside out just yet. They've hit their shots a lot this second half of play. And looks like they're calling for a foul, but Carter Wilson uses his size advantage and gets the 2. Campoli, nice play. Jimmy Rowe, his 3-pointer, no good. Rebound by Southside. Almashy just couldn't handle that pass. There, that was a close one. Close call out of bounds. But that's going to go the way of the Wildcats. Good pass from Campoli. McQuiston drives inside. He gets the 2. McQuiston doing a good job of getting downhill. He's in the 20s now. Almashy, he's looking to attack inside. He loses it, gets it back, and that just never really set his feet there. It's going to go Wildcats' way. George to Rowe in the corner. Jimmy Rowe for 3, no good. That's going to stay Shenango basketball. As Corfield and McQuiston battling for that rebound. As we said, the offensive and defensive glass has been key for both teams all night. Second chance points have been coming often for both sides, and we're going to go ahead to our bonus coverage here over in Newcastle. Shenango calls a timeout. 52-45, Wildcats lead. We'll be right back.
So, I mean, a lot of credit going to the Hurricane cheerleaders and their section over there. I'll tell you what, the screams are ear-piercing.
Yeah, it is. It's loud. Second one made,
but
too.
Gompers not to be fazed by that.
Yeah, gets himself up to 21, gets his team within 1. Newcastle trying to go down low inside, which has been working for them, but then again, everything has been working for them. That one there, for example, could have gone out of bounds off the fingertips of Newcastle. Not only is he able to corral and bring it back in, he's going to go to the line after getting fouled.
And that's going to go against Khalil.
Starters out here for Southside with 6:17 left to play here. Only a 7-point Wildcats lead. Southside cut the lead in half since the first half ended. Played a strong second half so far. Braden George tries a nifty lay. He won't get that one to go, and that's going to be a good rebound by Southside. Guerreri has it. Eyes up a 3, and Guerreri nails a 3. 4-point Wildcats lead. And Guerreri cashes in, and that ball's up in the air. Guerreri has it, has Almashy underneath. Up and in, and it's good. 2-point Shenango lead. Big run here for Southside. Shenango gonna need to beat this press. Rowe to McQuiston. That was almost 8 seconds. McQuiston attacks, and he's good for 2. He's been hard to stop going to the rim tonight. Brody McQuiston adds 2 to his total. 4-point Wildcat lead, 5:30 left to play here at Bill McNeese Gymnasium. Canes tied in the top right-hand corner. 3 minutes left to play over there. Almashy's jumper's good. Brody Almashy has 22 on the evening. And he cuts the lead back down to 2. Rowe is trapped. Finds Campoli. He has George underneath. George won't get the layup to go, but it's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Foul looked to be on Guerreri there. That's going to be his 3rd. So not too much to worry about for him in foul trouble. Top left-hand corner of your screen, as we said. 3 minutes left to play. That game's tied, 53-53. George, his first, good. Malley ready to check back in. He's going to come in for Meyer. Malley's going to play with 4. Has to be careful. 5 minutes left to play here in Shenango. Can't get his 5th, otherwise he's fouled out. And that one's not going to go for George. The rebound's going to be fought for. Campoli's going to wind up with it. His floater no good. McQuiston's follow also no good, and that's going to stay Shenango ball. Shenango's second chance rebounding earns them another possession. Campoli has Malley underneath. Malley can't get the layup to go. Malley earns it back. Malley can't get that one to go, but he's fouled. And top left-hand corner of your screen, only 9 seconds ran off the clock. First one for Malley's no good. Malley's second is no good as well. Southside's going to have it going the other way. They can tie this game up. Guerreri, not gonna let it fly. Here's the matchup. Almashy on McQuiston. Almashy lets a deep 3 go, won't get it. But that's a good hustle by Corfield. He's going to be fouled. That is going to be a foul on Shenango. Oh, whoa, hold on. That's going to be Wildcats ball, excuse me. Oh no, that's Southside ball, Southside ball. Excuse me, couldn't tell where the ref pointed. Shenango in a man set here. Good play from Campoli. What a steal. McQuiston underneath, it's good. Wildcats extend the lead to 5. That's a big turn of events. Southside had a chance to tie the game, but Shenango instead adds to their lead. 5-point lead, 4:20 left to play here at Bill McNeese Gymnasium. Almashy beats McQuiston, but it won't go. McQuiston has it going the other way. McQuiston gonna lead the charge. He has Rowe underneath. Rose up and in is good. 4-0 Shenango run, 7-point Wildcat lead. And we're going to bonus coverage real quick. We'll be right back.
I don't, is this a full? It's a full time.
And we're back here at Shenango. Campoli's 3, that's good. 8-point Wildcat lead, and we're gonna have a timeout. We're gonna get the end of the Newcastle Central game, both games coming down to the wire. We'll be right back.
Rick and Kyle back here at Chuck Crummy Court, Central Catholic. And we've played almost a full game, and really nothing is settled. 58-55, and it has been as advertised. Newcastle with it. They're going to call the shove and put him on the line. That is number 4, Xavier Thomas.
That'll only be his second, though.
So I mean, you don't want to put him on the line, but you do have, oh no, they're not going to, he's not going to the line.
No.
Oh, they had fouls to give.
Yeah, they have fouls to give.
My fault. Well, it killed a couple of seconds of time and really did you no harm, I guess. Newcastle looking for a place to go. They're trying to find somebody down low. Inside ball's knocked around. Vento has it, and he is going to get dragged down. And I don't think he cares. That killed that whole thing. We came back with 36 seconds left. They lost 20 seconds total. Newcastle got one shot off, didn't count. And now there's 16 seconds left. Central has a 3-point lead. They're going to the line, and we'll see what Vento, if he has any of that ice water. And he gets the first one. The important bucket. That makes a 4-point play. This next one is pivotal.
Yeah, this for sure, next bucket makes it definitely a 2-score game. And it does.
Vento had nothing but love for him there. And the crowd was feeling it. Will Newcastle take a timeout? Blundo, 3-pointer. My goodness. Oh, my goodness.
That kid is the real deal. Third.
Back here at Shenango, as you could see in the bonus coverage, Canes down 2, 7 seconds left to go. Over here in Shenango, 63-58 lead. Almashi's jumpers good. 3-point Wildcats lead. 2 games down on the wire. Campoli loses it, but gets it back. George, DeRoe in the corner. Malley underneath, finds George. Rowe has it for 3, won't go. Rebound McQuiston. McQuiston up and in. 5-point Wildcats lead. 2:20 left to play here. Shenango student section cheering defense. Almashi on McQuiston, the matchup of the night. Almashi's jumpers no good. And that's an over the back. Good box out from Braden George there. He kept Dellum off the boards. And it's going to be Shenango ball. 2:09 left to play. We go understand. We're going to bonus coverage. We'll be right back.
The refs are talking to Vento and one Noriega Jackson.
Well, I think that might have been who pulled him to the ground.
That ball goes off Vento's shoulder, and it is 1 second runs off the clock. It's Newcastle's ball. Wow.
That is a tremendous mental mistake by the Vikings. We do not normally see that from Central Catholic Vikings basketball.
No.
But that was an insane.
Shenango Canes retain possession. We're going to get back to that game in 1 second here. Minute 48 left to play here in Shenango. 5-point Wildcat lead. Almashi's just going to let it roll. He's going to pick it up at half court. Almashi on McQuiston. He makes a move, tries to go right, can't get it. He's going to go with the jumper, and that's good. Almashi and McQuiston, the 2 leading scorers for Shenango and Southside, have been going at it all night on both ends of the floor. McQuiston, long cross-court pass to Malley. Malley comes back to McQuiston. Campoli has it, top key. Works it to Malley. Minute 17, time ticking. Malley. Back to Rowe. Back to Malley, and they're going to foul Malley. Depending who that foul was on, Almashi has 4, so does Guerrero, but that's going to be on Corfield. That's only his second. We got to go back to Central. We'll be right back.
Overtime. Smart play by the coach.
Wait, so that... All right, I don't think this is how it's going to end with 0.8 seconds left to go. It is tied 60-60, and
that's interesting. I've never seen a coach shush the student crowd before.
He's done it several times.
Wow, that's
the referee.
Castle heading to overtime. JT Warren with the up and in to send it there. We're back here at Shenango. Omashi's floater, no good. He gets it back. The follow, no good. Rebound, Campoli. It's on the ground. Campoli has it. Myers. They're going to foul Malley again, I'm assuming, and they are. And that's Corfield. That's only going to be his third, so you don't have to worry about him being in foul trouble. So Malley going to the line again. Oh, there's 0.8 seconds left in Newcastle's game. We are not headed to overtime just yet. Canes have to be fundamentally sound here with 0.8 left. But here in Shenango, Jason Malley. His first isn't going to go. 55 seconds left, 4-point Wildcat lead. Both games coming down to the wire. We're going to go back to Central for the last 0.8 seconds.
Mayhem.
Yeah. So it looks like officially it's going to be 2 seconds on the clock. And this is what Vikings have to work with.
Peyton, three, off the front of the rim. The place would have come unglued. And we're going to have
time in Newcastle here in Shenango. Corfield. Oh, nope, it is not. They aren't shooting yet. That's only 4 on Shenango, but Corfield. Good offensive rebound, 36 seconds left. Rose checking in for Malley. Believe that's his final foul, and he has 5. So Jason Malley's out, and we got a timeout south side. Heading to overtime in Central, excuse me. This game coming down on the wire, 36.2 left, 66-62 Shenango lead. Does it get much better than this? We're gonna head to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Back in Shenango here. 36.2 left to play. Southside has it underneath. All mashy to inbound. Starters on the floor for Southside. Myers in for Malley. Other than that, starters in the floor for Shenango. Corfield underneath, up and in, good! 2-point Wildcats lead. Myers. They're gonna foul George. George is gonna go to the line. 26.7 left to play here in Shenango. George has to sink both of these to keep the Wildcats lead at 4. Pressure situation here. Braden George to the line. His first no good. That's going to keep it a 1-possession game. As you can see in the top left-hand corner, Kane's going to go to the line. Or excuse me, they're not. It's going to be Central ball underneath. George is second. That one is good. Southside inbounds. RJ Fisher's in for Southside. Guerreri has it on the left wing. Almashi gets it at the top of the key. 20 seconds left to play in Shenango. Almashi has to get rid of it. Guerreri tries to turn the corner. Corfield has trouble handling that pass, but there's no foul underneath. Wilson has the layup. Gonna go to the line. Carter Wilson has a chance to tie it up. 8.6 seconds left. Campoli is gonna foul out as well. And we may be bound for overtime in Shenango. Carter Wilson. Game on the line, 8.6 left. That's good. Carter Wilson ties it. Timeout, Southside. 8.6 left. We're going to go to overtime in Central. We'll be right back.
And they were still kind of scrapping to stay in it. And the Vikings just couldn't miss. And in the second half, everything flipped. Now it's like the Vikings are fighting for buckets, and the Hurricanes can't miss.
Hurricane, as we may have helped them miss that one, Kyle. They missed 2 in a row. They were able to get the first shot off, no good. They got the offensive rebound.
It could be the tide is turning again.
Well, let's see. Peyton has it. He's going to lose.
Oh,
and now here comes more tide.
Terrible turnover.
Nice block,
and that's on
back.
Khalil.
And that will be. Is that the exit for Khalil? I believe it is.
Yeah, that's his 5th.
And he looks exhausted.
He does. I mean, it might be time for him to go.
Well, he played as hard as a player could play.
No, it's a great game for him. It's a shame that he has to foul out, but I mean, if you're going to foul out, I mean, you do it in overtime, right? I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, it's...
Back here in Shenango, 8.6 seconds left. Wildcats ball underneath, tie ball game. Southside gonna apply a little pressure. Inbound goes to George, back to McQuiston. That's almost stolen by Wilson. Southside gonna have to play 5-on-4. McQuiston's layup's good. Timeout Southside. They might have to put a couple seconds back on the, no, they're gonna let it stay at .7. We're going back to Newcastle here. Or we're going back to, yeah, whatever.
Placed by Pete Gonzalez, who puts you in kind of an odd situation because Pete plays a different position. So it's, you're asking Pete to kind of play a different position here.
Good shot there by Thomas, doesn't fall. 1:49 left to go, 1 point advantage. And you got to stop him here. You do not want this lead to blossom.
There you go.
Off the back of the rim, no good. Peter.
Rebound by Pete.
Yeah, Peter's there for the rebound. 90 seconds. Boy, this is a good one. High floater off the rim, or off the glass, no good.
This could be devastating.
0.7 seconds left in Shenango. Southside ball underneath. Wildcats gonna put a little pressure on. We're gonna head right back to Newcastle with 1:17 left in overtime. Canes were down 1. Central's gonna go to the line. As you can see, the top left is delayed, excuse me. 69-67 Shenango timeout now. They're gonna put an extra 1 second.
So he is out.
Thomas on the line. First one. Good. Game's tied.
.8 left to play in Shenango. Wildcats 2-point lead. Southside to inbound. Shenango gonna put a little pressure on. Almashi can roam the baseline. His football pass. Oh my God! Corfield, chance to win it. No! Andrew Corfield's 3 was no good. And what a game in Shenango! But we gotta head back to Central Catholic. We're going back to Central.
Up by 1.
Yeah, and that's tough. I mean, you saw the frustration there, you know.
It's a full timeout. Emma, let's take this one. Thank you. We'll be right back. All right, it's a 1-point advantage again for Newcastle. Blundo with his 32nd point of the game.
Yeah, and again, you saw the frustration there, by Xavier Thomas, who it was his job to guard Blendo there. And it's not for lack of, defensive effort by Thomas. I mean, he had a hand in his face and a hand check on the ball and everything. It just, Blendo just pulled up a floater there and was able to pull that off. I mean, everything's going his way.
I was going to say, there was a miss there. And they're going to have to send them back to the line. Peter Gonzalez wisely fouled where there was enough time on the clock to actually give it a chance.
Yeah, no, that's a good call there because you might as well make them earn it at the line there.
And you got to get, if you assume they hit them there, they're going to be up by 3, so you got to give yourself some time to operate.
Yeah.
Turns out to be a good miss or a good foul.
Yeah.
First one's a miss. On the line, number 23,
yeah,
Nate McKnight.
At this point, I mean, as long as it's not number 4, just foul just about anybody else.
So an opportunity here to tie it up or win. 30 seconds. Peyton going to carry it across the line. Set up what I'm assuming is going to be a final shot. 28 seconds left to go.
Yeah, I would think Urso's probably drawn up final shot play here. I mean, if you're Urso, what do you do here? You think you go down low and go for the 2? Or do you think you just go
I think you
for the win?
You Dan Campbell it. Go for the win.
Go for the win? You think
so? Consider it this way. You got 2 guys on this team that mean a lot to this team that have fouled out.
Yeah,
the deeper you go, if you think you have the guys out there, including Peyton Wayner, who we've watched do it many times, shoot a 3.
I mean, you got 2 guys on the court that can definitely shoot 3s. You got Wayner, and then I assume you're going to have Gompers out there too.
Yeah,
but would you put Gompers down in the post, or would you put him out? Out in the corner.
I've seen him hit 3-pointers. He has 23 points tonight.
He hasn't hit one in the second half.
That's true. It's true. I think I'd go for the win. I know it's easier to say from sitting up here than being down there, but again, I think you're riding the line with players that if you go into another 4, who are you going to have available?
Right.
So we'll see what they do. 25 seconds left to go. Thomas
they definitely roll Wayner out.
Wayner's going to stop, pull up, jumper, 2. No good. And now you got to do it.
Yeah. Urso was going for hoping for a jump ball there, but
and the Newcastle coaches coming unglued. He's asking a fan. I'm not sure what that's all about.
He's saying that there's some shiftiness going on with the clock.
Ralph Blundo is the head coach.
He thinks that there should be more time off the clock.
And he might be right, because I think they're telling the clock operator said it's at 13 seconds.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not watching the clock constantly, but he's saying that his argument is that there should be more seconds off the clock, is what he's saying. And the officials are having a talk about it here. I mean, they officially, keep the time.
13 seconds is what that official seems to be implying.
Sometimes it's just your night.
First one rolled around but went in. Now it's a 3-point advantage.
Yeah.
Missed, but grabbed there by Newcastle.
They're going to say he was fouled immediately on the rebound.
Going to the line. He missed it. It's number 21, J.T. Warren. If he hits this one, it's a 4-point advantage. If not, 10 seconds to do business and try to tie this one up again. He will make that second one. It's going to be a real difficult get now.
Yeah. So now they need a 3-pointer and a foul.
Well,
and so they got the
wait a minute,
foul.
He's only giving him 2.
He's saying his foot was on the line. He's saying his foot was on the line. And Urso's about ready to blow his top. Yeah.
First one's good.
I mean, I don't know. Do you miss this one?
I don't think so. I think you make it, immediately foul, send them back to the line, and see if they can only make one, and then you got to make something out of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not coaching in this.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, that would be a tough one. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, because like down by 3, that's tough. Yeah, I guess you make it and then
foul them immediately, send them back to the line, and see if you can keep most of that 4 seconds available to you to set up for a 3-point shot.
Yeah. Did you see what he was trying to do?
That was
boy, if he could have pulled that off, that would have been on SportsCenter.
That was a perfectly executed miss opportunity to get the rebound and shoot a 3-pointer. And he had it, and it rolled right off of his leg.
Boy, that would have been on SportsCenter if he would have been able to pull that off. That was something else. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was something. Ugh.
It was a bold move, Cotton.
It was all there but the finish, man. Wow. And now you put Blundo on the line.
Yeah,
which is
who you don't want to put on the line, right? Yeah. It's the one guy on the court you don't want to put on the line. Well, all credit to Blundo. He's going to end up with 33 at least, 34. Tremendous game for that kid.
And that's it. 72-67.
Back here at Shenango High School, as you could see, bonus coverage just wrapping up as the Canes take down Central Catholic 70-67. Shenango takes down Southside Beaver by a score of 2. We're done here from Shenango Bill McNeese Gymnasium at Shenango High School. I'm Josh Herner.